Hi, my friends. It's your tour guide to the sci-fi side, me, Preston E. Today we're going to look at and review Happy Death Day to You. Let's do this! Oh! Happy Death Day to You is the 2019 sequel to 2017's Thriller, also by Blumhouse, called Happy Death Day. While the original took more of a horror slant to it, the sequel takes more of a sci-fi slant. Most of the original cast appears in the sequel as well. Jessica Roth returns as the main heroine Tree, Israel Broussard returns as her lover Carter, Rachel Matthew returns as Danielle, the frenemy to Tree, and a nice surprise return by Ruby Modine as Lori, who was the killer in the first film, proving you can't keep a good killer nursing student down. Phi Vu returns as roommate Ryan Fan, who gets more screen time in this movie. Ryan is working on a quantum reactor with student Sumar, played by Shiraj Sharma, I apologize if I'm butchering that, and Dre, played by Sarah Yarkin. The project causes many power outages, and the school dean forces him to shut the project down. Later that night, Ryan is murdered by someone dressed up in the school's babyface mascot mask, and Ryan wakes up to relive the same day again as he wakes up in the same car he's been sleeping in since his roommate Carter still has Tree occupying Ryan's bed in the dorm room that he and Carter shares. The good news, you finally got a girl in your bed. The bad news, it's not you in the bed with her. It's your roommate. With Ryan now stuck in a time loop, Tree and Carter try to help him get out of it, since Tree is an expert at getting stuck in time loops, and Carter is an expert on Tree, since he's been making love to her in your bed, Ryan. What a filthy tree hugger. They find out that the reactor Ryan and his buddies were working on was the reason for Ryan getting stuck in the time loop. Tree unmasks the killer just as the baby doll killer is about to kill Ryan.
Like, zoinks, pal! I think the killer is Larry Acme, the cheese monster. The Reese monster? Rod, are you roken? Yeah, man, the cheese monster. Oh, the Reese monster. That really makes me hungry, Raggy. Unfortunately, Reese constipates me. Cheese constipates you? That's not Gouda, man. Ray, don't rake run of my rendition. Behave. Behave. Ruby, Ruby, Roo.
Yes, I don't have a girlfriend. The killer actually turns out to be Ryan. Wait, what? Yes, Ryan's doppelganger was responsible for killing Ryan. The doppeled Ryan informs the original Ryan that he must die to close the loop. A scared Ryan activates the reactor, and this happens.
Energy surge!
As a result of this, Tree wakes up in Carter's room on September 18th, the day she died in the first film, and relives the original time loop. However, there are differences in this loop, where Carter is dating Tree's frenemy Danielle and Tree's mom is alive. Another difference in this new reality is that Tree's roommate Lori is not the killer, as a baby-faced mascot kills Lori at the hospital. The killer chases Tree to the roof where she falls to her death. What results is Tree demanding Ryan and his cohorts to help her escape the murderous time loop. As the team runs tests, Tree records the team's results. Tree kills herself off so the killer won't get the satisfaction of doing so, and she kills herself off at the end of every day, again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Sorry, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Tree is weakening as the constant dying is beginning to really smart. She faints and wakes up in the hospital. Tree nabs a gun and goes after Toombs, the hospitalized convict from the first movie. Laurie is found dead by Tree. Tree kills Toombs, who is disguised as Babyface, but a second Babyface murderer appears and forces Tree to kill herself and the killer. Man, I'm confused. Well, at least I understand this better than I do algebra. I don't know why anybody would want to find x's. Ryan and his teammates find the right algorithm. There are technical issues, though, that causes a delay. Ryan informs Tree that she must decide what reality she wants to stay in. The one where she and Carter is dating, but her mom is dead, or the one where Danielle and Carter are dating, but good old mom is alive. Personally, I would have chose mom. But then again, my mom's a good cook, and there's only so much ramen noodles and toast a guy can live on. Tree chooses to run off with Mom and Dad, and decides to hide from the killer in a motel. At the motel, Tree hears news reports on the television that Carter and Tree are murdered by the killer in the hospital. Tree takes her parents' car and drives it into a power station, thus killing herself and deactivating the reactor and saving her friends. Tree decides to stay in the reality with Carter as her main man. And once the loop restarts, she advises Laurie to end an affair with Professor Butler, the same professor Tree had an affair with at the beginning of the first movie. She also discovers Danielle is cheating on Carter. XOXO, Gossip Girls. Tree has one more conversation with her mom. The Dean confiscates the reactor. Tree gets Danielle to use her acting improv skills to distract the Dean as they get the device. Ryan gets the device ready as Tree goes to the hospital where they discover the second babyface killer to be the slimy and philandering but devilishly handsome Englishman, Dr. Butler. Dr. Butler's wife comes on the scene and kills Laurie, and Dr. Butler kills his wife. Jerry! 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 Tree kills Butler. Laurie survives, and the reactor sends Tree back to the future. Great Scott! An ending scene sees Tree, Carter, Ryan, and his buddies escorted by the agents to a laboratory where the reactor is now being held for further experimentation. A test subject is needed, and Tree suggests she knows the right one.
I think I have the perfect recruit.
I get that reaction from women a lot. Well, that about does it for me. Please like, subscribe, and share. I've been Preston E. Garrison, and I'm out of here! Hi, my friends. It's your tour guide to the sci-fi side, me, Preston E. Just kidding. The loop is closed.